Here are some more people who deserve an inoperable tumor at the base of their spines.
I am Jesse Dollemore with the Occupy Democrats Report. CNN and several other media outlets are now reporting
Because you have an agenda. You're CNN. You're fake news.
CNN has secured its place in broadcast journalism as America's fake news leader. And don't even get me started on that Trump-Russia collusion story. Now, what's happening at CNN should outrage every American citizen. They have turned their newsroom into a political war room. And like many other mainstream media organizations, they will stop at nothing to bring down the man who promised to make America great again.
Are now reporting that classified documents presented last week to President Obama and Donald Trump included information from a British intelligence officer that Russian operatives have compromising personal and financial information about Donald Trump.
Bullshitter alert! Bullshitter alert!
And now we're finding out that the Russians possess so much damaging info as to compromise him as our president.
The investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired with the Russian government in its election interference activities.
There are even allegations that go back to several months ago about there having a pornographic video involving group sex featuring Donald Trump.
You are so full of shit.
There are even several reports saying that there may be video of prostitutes hired by Donald Trump urinating on a bed in the Ritz-Carlton where President Obama and the First Lady had once slept. Look, it doesn't take a super spy to realize the unmitigated disaster that this is for our country. I have talked about my worry over the last year about the questionable ties that many members of the Trump campaign had with Putin and Russia.
Well, let me just say one thing about this idea that he's a Kremlin asset. How can you say Donald Trump is a stooge of the Kremlin when he's right now trying to remove one of Vladimir Putin's client regime states in Venezuela, or when he's trying to bully Angela Merkel out of buying Russian natural gas, probably the thing that's most important to the Russian economy, or when he sold lethal arms to the Ukrainians, something Obama refused to do on the grounds that it would be provocative to Russia, or when he bombed Putin's client state in Syria. Over and over, the Trump administration has taken actions far more adverse and aggressive and belligerent to the Russians than the Obama administration did. That's why this whole narrative that Trump all along was being blackmailed by Putin, that he's an asset of Russian intelligence. This is idiocy. It is completely irrational. It is contrary to all facts. And Bob Mueller's investigation, who spent 22 months examining that core question, what is the relationship between Trump and the Russians, concluded that there is no relationship. It's time to stop these dangerous conspiracy theories that are ratcheting up tensions between the two most dangerous countries on the planet. The reality is the Trump administration has been constantly belligerent to Putin, has constantly acted adverse to the Kremlin's interests, and there's zero basis for thinking or believing or finding evidence to assert that Trump in any way is beholden to Vladimir Putin and to Russia. The whole thing has been a joke and a fairy tale from the start.
The questionable ties that many members of the Trump campaign had with Putin and Russia, as well as those deep connections held personally by Donald Trump himself. And now those connections make way more sense. It explains why Donald Trump has fallen all over himself to praise Russia, Vladimir Putin, and absolve them of any responsibility in their election hack.
In early September, when I saw President Putin in China, I felt that the most effective way was to talk to him directly and tell him to cut it out, and there were going to be some serious consequences if he didn't.
This is a national emergency. Look, to put it plainly, our government has been hijacked by a Russian mole.
Hey, spaceman. As long as your hands are free, reach over here and fondle my balls, would you please?
With our national sovereignty and very republic at stake, it is imperative that all of our elected officials rise up to the challenge and impeach this sickening, traitorous imposter.
What are you, fucking stupid?